Hello, everyone. How's it going? Welcome to another episode, or the first ever episode of Daily Channeled Messages for Insight and Inspiration and Personal Empowerment. My name is Brandon Tobias. It's great to have you here on my channel, Science of the Soul and Stars. And this is a new series that's going to allow us to receive just quick, downloaded and/or channeled messages for what we need to know of what's going on for our highest good. So let's go ahead and get right into it. We're going to be using a combination of astrology for today and the tarot to get some messages that we need to know for our greatest and highest good. So be sure to subscribe if you want more of this content on a daily and weekly basis. And if you do end up enjoying it, be sure to like the video. I appreciate it. All right, so let's take a look at what's going on for today, May 13th, 2021. We have the Sun conjunct Lilith here in Taurus, conjunct Cupido, with a loose conjunction to Uranus here. And then over here, a lot of activity here in Taurus and Gemini, right? Venus conjunct the North Node, conjunct Mercury, and conjunct the Moon. So all of these planets here, there's a mixture of both beingness and understandingness, okay? And maybe a mixture, or the combination that's great here is understanding through beingness, all right? So the message here that first is coming out is, in what ways can you understand who and what you are and what you're here to do, or understanding the nature of why you're here and what you're here to do through your very beingness. And to break that down even further with the astrological message going on right now, it's in what ways does your beingness of who you really actually are and not doing this or undoing this, right, actually contribute or serve both your own designed experience for what you came here on Earth to experience and the experience of others, okay? That is the question here to identify. And it's this curiosity as well with all this Gemini energy and the seekingness of knowledge and understanding that will aid you in your ability to know yourself and to be yourself, which again will have the greatest impact on fulfillment and service to others. But here's a big but and caveat here for this channeled message is it is impossible, I'm hearing, for you to fully be able to be of service for other people until and unless you fully know yourself. So you can't skip that step. You can't go from where you are to right to being of service for other people fully, right? It's like there's a missing step here. If you find yourself wanting to just go out, that's okay. But before you get to that, right, Spirit wants you to be able to fully know who you are on the deepest levels, but particularly, okay, this specific point, right, they really want to get clear with all of us, is what your individual soul intended on being or doing in this lifetime. Even though we are all manifestations of one source, of God, of the Creator, okay, we still incarnated as individual pieces of that same source with individuated talents, skills, and ways of being that were different from other aspects of source. Does that make sense? And our mission, our journey right now is one of understanding why our individual piece of God, source, our own life here, why we came here in the first place, right? And what forms of motivation that this soul, our soul, your soul, right, your individual expression of God came here to do and to be, okay? And what motivates this particular piece of God, right? What motivates your particular piece of God, your individual soul on its individual journey, right, towards ascension and growth? What motivates it at this particular point in the journey without bypassing it or going way too far beyond that, right, which we would call spiritual bypassing, but really getting in touch with the humanness of what would genuinely motivate you to move forward and to do something. And not shaming yourself for that either. If there's something internal that you feel might be a little selfish, might be a little bit like, you know, I don't feel like this is okay because it's not truly, it's coming from more of a selfish place, right? Whether it's, again, for me, it's like the desire to be great, right? The desire to be great in all aspects and to be wealthy and to be influential and to be recognized. And like, this is a selfish aspect. And so I've struggled with, well, wait a minute, but is that a true desire? Like, is that a selfish desire? And from what I've felt and experienced, it's like, it's selfish in its own way, but that selfishness is designed to help you be more of service to others ultimately. So what may seem selfish, quote unquote, right, is ultimately there intrinsically in order to help us and you be of greater service overall to everyone else and as many other people as we can be of service to. So it's a kind of a complex subject, and I've had to wrestle around with the messages that were coming through today, but that's where I got to, is like, it's okay if, and I'm just going to cut it off there. I think this is going to be the point of the messages of this series, like quick, just channeled messages of insight of whatever's coming through in the astrology and the energies for today. That's the essence of it, is like letting that be okay, letting that quote unquote selfish desire from a human or individual soul perspective of actual desire, a potent desire, be okay, because you know that ultimately you fulfilling those desires will and has the opportunity to help serve more people in the end, right? And I've realized for myself, this is human Brandon speaking, just so you guys can, it's more relatable. I could do a mix of like channeled messages and then human Brandon perspective. I feel is the greatest combination here. I realized, okay, maybe I've held myself back from truly just allowing myself to want to be great because I felt it was all selfish. And I'm like, I don't want to be selfish. I want to serve others. But then that's restricting the natural fire, flame, and motivation that I came into this lifetime with in order to do stuff, right? And to be motivated to do stuff. And then what I realized is, when I actually use that desire for myself in these particular ways that really genuinely motivates me, by default, it helps other people. And right, one example is just this message right here is like, I'm doing this out of a selfish desire to build my audience, to build, trust with you guys and notoriety and impact and all those types of things to be recognized, right? But at the same time, right, and you guys tell me in the comments if this is actually a message that would be a benefit to you too. And I'm saying this because I want you guys to look at that aspect of yourself, of what is it inside of you that's already naturally there that would be considered maybe a tad bit selfish, that is there actually so you can have a natural form of motivation to do stuff in the world that by default actually is of service in the end to everybody around you. All right? That is your channeled message for today. Now, this is a message from and for May 13th, 2021, but I didn't mention that because, one, I didn't remember, and two, if and whenever you do end up watching this message, know that it is indeed a channeled and timeless message. So take it as it resonates and take the fruit of it as it is here for wherever you are at and whenever you receive this message on your journey. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Definitely be sure to subscribe if you want more daily channeled messages such as this one to help guide us on our journey, given the collective energies as they are. And like this video helps this channel and video grow so we can, of course, guide more people. Thank you guys so much for watching and take care. I'll see you soon.